Is everything running properly? Yes. Perfect. Alrighty. Looks like everything's going good. Welcome back to some Throne and Liberty. We're going to be rocking and rolling on some dailies and stuff today. Definitely need to get in and do some of this action because I've only got 2 more days before I hit my limit here. So we need to get some bosses done, maybe try and get some trials done. Trials are going to be a little tough because there is no more cross-contamination between the legacy servers and the new servers. So we're going to be looking at only playing with people who are just barely reaching the minimums for the trials and stuff. So we're going to be having a hard time. Also, I went ahead and opened up the guild. I'm not going to do any recruiting or anything like that unless it becomes necessary. But we just went ahead and put out that we're going to be a PvE guild, that we're going to be just doing bosses together. So anybody who's a little more casual or who doesn't want to join some hardcore play 8 hours a day, got to play certain builds, always trying to be top of the PvP food chain, just want to get some guild bosses done things. So maybe we'll put out a message or two every couple of days and let people know, hey, there's an option for people who don't want to go crazy. But yeah, so we got a guild boss coming up in 19 minutes. I have decided, I think, that I'm just going to be doing the ascended bosses. So an interesting thing I realized is the world bosses for tier 3, all these level 55 world bosses, they don't have any weapons as part of their gear drops. And so, at least I don't think they do. This might not be the entirety of their gear drops, but they're not showing any weapons as part of their gear drops. So I'm going to be doing the ascended bosses because I think the weapons are going to be much more important. They're going to be much more valuable. The armors and stuff are just a little easier to get, it seems like, because you get so many from, Nebula, you get so many from all kinds of stuff. So, speaking of which, Nebula, I think, is actually available now. So I got to think about going and doing that because we've got lots of drops and stuff that we can get out in the Nebula. I don't even really know what the Nebula is. But we'll go maybe do some of that in between the bosses today. Let's see. But while we wait here, I actually also have a lot of changes I want to make, I think, to my skills. For example, I want to tier up the old chain hook. So let's go ahead and get chain hook going. All right. Then I think I actually want to use this skill. Let's see if we have enough to level this one up to 5. I hope. Ooh, not quite. Okay, we'll see if we can't make some more of these. I think I got most of this stuff. And then let's take a look at my skill setup. We want to put chain hook in instead of this explodey one. Yeah. So we've got push, push, pull. Yeah, I think that was really the only change I wanted to make. And then, oops. We want to go ahead and change this one to this. I think this is going to be a faster acting skill. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Can I use this while I'm moving? This gives me some regeneration when I attack things. So I'm going to be getting health back from this. But the reason I'm concerned about it and the reason I want to use it is that right there. I want to be able to use all my skills while I'm moving about. My goal here is to make a character that is incredibly mobile, has a lot of collision, has a lot of defense. I'm basically making a running character. So I don't know if any of y'all have ever played Guild Wars, but there was this old thing that you used to do in Guild Wars called chest running, and specifically we did it in the underworld. And you would get a character that was super tanky with anti-knockdown and anti-stun skills and sprint skills, and you would run up to chests that normally had packs of mobs around them, and then you would open up the chest while tanking all the damage, and then you would run away. And so you would get gear without without actually having to fight. And it seems like for a tank in the battlegrounds, that's actually probably going to be, I think, the best path for winning in the battlegrounds as a tank is going to be just going and being as tanky as I possibly can be. And then running around, breaking all those boxes, getting all of those little power-ups, and then just capping any points that I can, and then just running away. So we're going to get lots of collision resistance. We're going to get lots of stun resistance. We're going to get lots of collision chance so that we can pull and push and move people around. And then we're going to get, you know, lots of shielding, some healing, some stuff like that. And we're just going to run amok, being as tanky as we can. We should probably use Immortal Pride instead of the heal, because you actually have to hit things with this to heal. But I think this Restoration constellation is actually going to go better for PvE, and I don't want to have to worry about mixing and matching. But yeah, we're still going to be using... Actually, I don't think we want to be using our Summon Constellation. Here we go. This is the other skill I was wanting to use, was the Temporal Leap. Whoops. Because this is a nice little dash slash invisible skill. So this is going to give us the ability to escape some fights. This isn't really going to do us any good in PvE, but that's fine. There we go. Well, that's not what I wanted. Did I put the wrong skill in there? I think I did. Goopy ass. What did I put in there?
Everything's normal here. Thank you for your hard work.
Oh shit. What did I take out? What was Shift R? Is it Summon Satellite? It is Summon Satellite. Okay, so I can summon a satellite on myself. That's crazy. Because that'll help me a lot in PvE. And maybe in PvP too. Because I get a little speed boost from my shield. And I'll be able to apply that to my allies too. Because I can satellite myself. And then shield them up. Also, I think I put... No, I haven't done it yet. Okay. So let's go into skills then. Let's go into skill specialization. And let's start looking. Let's see, we want piercing and aggro here. That's strictly for PvE. Cooldown, concentrated barrier, damage increase. I don't actually think I even need this. What is contra? Evading an attack using shield block. When hit, receive damage up to 100% of max health. Okay, so I think this one just adds the ability to utilize again to trigger more damage. I don't think that's necessary. And I don't think that this damage increase is necessary either. I just want the cooldown. For chain hook, I definitely want controlling rake, right? Because I want to get a bunch of enemies. What does turning this into a wrath attack do? I don't think it does anything. And then we definitely want to increase the range, which means we're going to have to take some stuff out of something. Let's see, range increase, slow enemy movement speed, more affected targets. Can we take that one out and then put the range in there? I think I like that. Provoking roar. What do we got? Effect duration, cooldown. We definitely need both of those. Stalwart bastion, cooldown, movement speed increase. We definitely want both of those. Fierce charge. We're getting collision chance increase, which we definitely want. Sorry, fierce clash, not fierce charge. Okay, those are all very good. Let's see, we need to... Do we remove Summon Constellation? I think we took off Summon Constellation, so let's take that out. We need to look at, let's see, Summon Satellite. We actually want Satellite Copy. Guardian Veil, we're taking all the Guardian Veils off. We're definitely doing Satellite Copy. For Temporal Leap, this allows you to jump to orbs. We can probably get away with not taking that. Distortion Veil. Yo, what's up, Nemanja? How's the power stuff going? Is your power working again? Summon Satellite's good. Okay, so we just need to come in here. We've got 14 points left. Grants ally with time dilation, reducing damage taken by 37%. When the effect ends, converts the reduced damage to damage over time. Let's see, we want that. And maybe that. That'll probably be okay. Couldn't play last night? That's a bummer, dude. That's a big old bummer. I found the cheesiest strat in Battlegrounds. I got rank 5 in a Battleground last night without fighting anybody. I did almost 0 damage and got rank 5. Because I'm a baller. Let's see, we need to make... let's go to the All Things workshop. We need to make... Nope. You don't have the things that I want. Yeah, I was watching stream today. You were just picking barrels. Yeah, dude, it was hilarious. So I learned some more things about it after I got off stream last night. One of the most important things is the points that you get from the barrels are related to how many of the objectives you own. So the fewer objectives you have, the fewer points you earn from the barrels and stuff. So you do need to be able to get... So you do need to be able to do like go capture the points and stuff like that, which is why I'm building this tank-ass character. So I can just go stand on points and capture them while people are attacking me. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. Let's max this out. And then let's go ahead and get this. Let's max that out. Okay, that should give us what we need to go ahead and go into our skills here. What does my artifact have? What are you doing to me, game? So let's go into our weapon skills and let's upgrade our Healy juice. Okay, still not quite. We need some more skill growth books of omnipotence here. And in order to do that, it looks like I'm gonna need more precious parchments. Let's maybe go into the shop here. Let's go down to the ornate coin shop. Do you have any omnipotence here? Absolutely. How many can I buy? 10 a month? Okay, well, we're just going to go ahead and max that out then. No problemo there. Go into skills. Hit the little up, dude. Give me that good. There we go. We are still above 6,100. Perfect. Yeah, so I think this is going to be a much better build in general just for this right here. I finally got this satellite working. So I'm going to keep everything on me all the time. But yeah, I think this is going to work great. Okay. Oh shit, time to go to the boss. Gonna go over to Talus. Oh, I don't have the Talus teleport. Shit. Oh fuck, better run quick. You in game? Do you also want to come do Talus, or are you gonna go do the other boss? I think that probably the Ascended bosses have more potential value because they have the weapons. And I think the weapons are going to be more difficult, so they're going to be more valuable. Oh, you're there already? Okay, awesome. Let me go get this waypoint. And then I'll get you added to the group here. No more no more grouping with the legacy servers. None of the random matchmaking is working with the legacy servers anymore, which is kind of fucking crazy. I don't even know where all my skills are anymore. Okay. Click you. Click that. Invite to party. We like to party. We like to party. Let's see, we're gonna try some stuff here. Shift R. Oh, I'm clicking you already. Damn it. So what I want to see here is I'm pretty sure because I have the satellite skill, if I satellite myself, then I think it'll satellite you, which will allow me to shield you as well as myself. So the way it's going to work is I shift R, I satellite me. No, that doesn't seem to be working. Strange. Let's go back into skills. Let's go back to skill specializations. Let's go back to the orb. And let's go back to summon satellite. Satellite copy can only be cast on a party member with satellite. Grants satellite to all party members within the caster's attack range from that party member for 3 seconds. So, do I need to cast it on somebody who has a satellite? Oh, okay, I see. I double cast it. Got it, got it. Okay, so it's just always going to have to be a double cast. And that double cast doesn't always seem to be available. Dope. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not like super good healing, but it's a little something something. Oh, now I've extended the time. I don't want that. I want... So we need to go back into the skills. I don't want this to increase. You almost have more mana than HP. That's hilarious. This increases the cooldown, I think. I don't want the cooldown on my heal being increased. Which should give me the ability to go ahead and buff my shield so that I can use it multiple times. So let's go back in here to skills. Let's go to Time dilation. Let's see. What's my 1 minute cooldown? But if I take that out, it's a 14-second cooldown. So that's better. Then we go to Distortion Veil. And we get quick reuse. Oh, no, I had quick reuse already. And we'll get that one as well. It's not letting me use it again, though. That's weird. Not really sure what's going on with that. We'll look at it. Okay, I did eventually run out of mana there. So I am going to have to probably work on modulating my mana use or get some mana regen, or we'll look into how that's going to all work. I don't necessarily need to spam all of my skills. I ran out of HP too. I did just die. But I was intentionally just tanking all of his attacks to see sort of what would happen. I got to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Ooh. One-shotted. All right. Got one-shotted again. That's pretty much the only way he's killing me right now, though, is with that one shot. Up until my health runs out, or up until my mana runs out, I'm actually gaining health. Standing and just face tanking this boss. Which is super dope. And exactly what I want out of life. Oh. We again. We're probably about to die. That's fine. I don't mind dying. I feel pretty happy with how well we've been able to survive so far. It does take quite a bit more focus to use all these skills. I've got a lot more skills on much shorter cooldowns that I'm using much more often. Which is definitely taking a lot of my focus away from the fight and dodging. It is going to take some getting used to. The button clicks and stuff like that. I'm actually having to look down at the skills right now to see when things are off cooldown and stuff like that. That's obviously going to negatively impact my ability to not be dead. I'm not even paying attention to that mechanic. I'm sure I could avoid dying to that. The dying is kind of beneficial to me, though, because it allows me to get my mana back. So I'm going to have to find some path to not running out of mana. Yeah, I remember learning the mechanic at some point in Manja when we play, or when I played before. I just don't remember specifically what it was. I turned invisible. No, I died again. Don't kill the boss before I get back. Nice. Rank 69.17%. What's up, dude? What's up? All right. Oh, we have 2 chests. just one chest. It seemed like 2 chests. Hey, good job. All right. Fantastic. So we don't have to worry about that until like 2000, 1800. Then we'll go do Kawazan. What does Kawazan drop? Drops a bow and some daggers. Malachar drops some other shit that's not for me. But that stuff all feels real good. Let's see, Necromancer's Battle Pass, we're claiming that. Claim those rewards. Aslan's Abundance, claim all that. Claim those rewards. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Getting all the stuff. Runebook's looking good. It's not leveling up very well anymore, though, because that's just the way the runes work. They don't always level up when you get a new one. Okay. So, daily stuff that needs to get done. I actually don't care about daily stuff. I want to go do the battlegrounds. Because I want to try this. Now that we're not going to get matched with people from the legacy servers, we're only going to get matched with people from our servers. This should be way more fun. It's also probably going to take a while to get into the match because we only have 2 servers worth of people. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go and do some Crimson Manor. Some of these Crimson Manor missions.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
Don't let the rain dampen your... Wow, you look quite the professional. I'm sure I've got some contracts worth your time.
Oops, I was talking to myself. What an asshole. Yeah, so I'm a big fan just of the battlegrounds. I don't care about the open world PvP. I don't care about the Dominion shit. I don't care necessarily about the guild versus guild open world stuff. It'd be cool if the battlegrounds had a guild versus guild setting where you could bring, 3 guild groups into a fight and go fight against another guild that had 3 guild groups in it. I think that would make the battlegrounds crazy fun. But unfortunately, that's not really the way it is. All right, where's this spear throwing nerd? Oh, right. I don't have splody stuff anymore. Oh, I am completely incapable of killing things now. That is an unfortunate side effect. You don't see what? Ooh, treasure goblin. Come kill the treasure goblin. Come here, treasure goblin. Yeah, treasure goblin. Woohoo. Oh, spear guy's definitely dead. You killed him. All right, come over here, all you nerds. Jesus fuck, dude. I don't even see what you're doing. Everything is just exploding. You're ridiculous. Whoops. Holy criminy. All right, well, I don't know what you've got. All I've got left is Mitrins and mutants, collect a letter in a bottle, and destroy traps. So I don't know which of those you have, but I can show you where, like, the letter in the bottle and stuff is. So one of your missions will ask you to pick something up right here sometimes. And then the letter in the bottle is all the way up here at the water wheel. Oh, nice. Good job. Then you got to come over here to destroy traps. And this is also where the mitrins, the goats, and the peacocks are. So if you have the mitrin goat and peacock quest, then you just follow this over here as well. Here's your traps. And then down in the like area over here, you've got your goats and stuff. Here's a good little patch right here. Nice. Perfect. Are all 7 of yours done, or do you still need goats and stuff? All done. Cool. I guess it's time to fucking bail then. Over here where nothing's attacking me so I can teleport. Super duper easy. Nice.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance.
Goodness. It's gonna take so long to get a group now. In the battlegrounds.
Don't let the rain dampen your mood. Stay busy with a contract.
This is really too bad. I like that they're not mixing the groups together. Just because I don't want to fight against people who are so much stronger than me. But also, I'd like to ever be able to fight. But whatever. Open up that pouch. Open up that pouch. Ooh, nice.
Only thing better than a happy client. A happy client offering a reward.
Careful with contracts involving the Crimson Manor. There are still many other contracts available.
Some contracts are
Without
anonymous.
the help of the
Alright, do I have any new lithograph book pieces? I do.
That's why we
Let's go ahead and finish that off. Claim that bad boy. Nice.
Only thing better than a happy client. A happy client offering a reward.
take your time.
More battle pass points. Claim all that. Hey, we're halfway there. We're level 50. It's also going to be pretty important to finish up this Necromancer's Star. And I think these star battle passes are actually pretty worth the 500 lucent that it costs. To utilize them. Or, sorry, that it costs to get the premium versions of them. I don't know about this Laslin's Abundance. There's quite a bit of good stuff early on. You're getting some fortitude coins and some good resources that you might need. Then it just kind of turns into resources. And then at the end, you get a little bit of good stuff too. Some unlocking stones, some conversion stones, some of these tier 3 growth resources. So I don't know. I don't know exactly whether or not it's going to be worth it. It's another 1.5 times. So instead of 500, it's 750 to get the Laslin's Abundance. But, I mean, you get things like heroic extract pouches and lots of these growth stones and stuff. So there might be enough value there. We've got lots of time before we have to make a decision on it, so it's not really a big deal.
Still at it. Take your time.
Let's see. We bought our keys. So let's actually fly back over here real quick. We're going to go back to the Crimson Manor. We're going to go get our globes from the Crimson Manor real fast. since we have 8 keys, and I don't want to. I'm pretty sure I can hold like an infinite number of these. They only exist for 7 days. So since I have this little bit of time here, I might as well go ahead and open them up. That way I don't end up, you know, catching a 7-day slump or something. Or getting busy, or, I mean, who knows what could happen. I'd hate to lose these. Yeah, I didn't know it until I found out on stream yesterday. Great, Nemanja. I was unaware, so definitely was a good catch. Especially because, you know, you can go and buy 20 from the loyalty coins. Or not loyalty coins. Whatever the fuck the shop coins are called. Ornate coins, there you go. Because you can get 20 of them with the ornate coins. And so I went and bought those. And then I realized, oh shit, if I don't go do these right now, you know, in a week I could lose them. And I mean, it's not that hard, right? You only get 5 a day from buying them from those contract tokens. So it's pretty easy to go find 5 of these a day, but definitely something you want to do. I mean, at least once a week, right? You could just go buy 5 of them a day and then wait, and every Saturday or every Friday or whatever, do it. But I think it's quick enough to get them when there's only 5 of them that I don't think it's necessarily bad to do every day. Gives you something to do while you're waiting for shit to happen. It's also a big part of how you get, well, not a big part, but it is a part of how you get your Abyssal contract tokens. So that you can run the Abyssal open world dungeons. I think you get 50 every time you open one. So that's, what, 250 Abyssal contract tokens a day? Fishing a day for 30? Yeah, absolutely. So fishing, you can actually get chests. Well, I guess they're not chests, they're sacks. But you can get little sacks while you're fishing that have a chance to drop resources that allow you to make some of the Archboss weapons. Like Trevant and what's her name? Bellatrix or Bellatorix or got 8 small and 5. Oh, there's big bags. I've only ever gotten the small bags. That's actually pretty dope. But I mean, you're guaranteed some Solent, and while I don't necessarily need Solent right now, you know, you are going to spend your Solent leveling up your gear and stuff like that in the future. So you are going to need some sort of source of some more Solent. Well, so they don't just give money, I don't think. They just mostly, yeah, they only give money guaranteed. So the drop chances are pretty shit. But that's fine. Gives you a little something to look forward to while you're fishing, outside of just fishes. I can dig it. I can dig it. I like that they're creating paths to some of the better gear. that doesn't involve beating, even if it's a much grindier path, right? If you could get Treven's weapon without having to actually go beat Treven, that's kind of cool. Got somewhere one box and it says that the material doesn't exist anymore. So I get only 2k Solent. Oh, that's weird. That's unfair. Okay. Dumumu. Dumumu, you have a ridiculous name. It's pink box. At least give me 1 mil. You'll be calling me, calling me. I mean, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. Maybe they'll bring back the resource at some point, and then if you keep it, you'll have some extra of that resource. Maybe they'll decide it was a mistake to get rid of it. Hey, finally got a portal. Oh, I have 2 portals. Got it. I'm a fucking clown. If I'm not mistaken, it was up on that cliffside up there somewhere. Or over there. But I gotta get up the mountain to get to it. Oh, this is a different... Okay, never mind. I know where this one is. Do I? Yeah, I have no idea where the fuck I am. Never mind. Waited 3 hours today to join 1 dungeon. We needed only tank. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna be popular then. That'll be nice. I guess I better get good at all the fights. Soon you will be popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper poise when you talk to boys. Little ways to flirt and flounce. I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair. Everything that really counts to be popular. I know about popular. All right, last globe. And last portal. I have a feeling, just based on how long the words are hard. Based on how long the queues are being, I have a feeling that we're going to get a reversion fairly quickly. And they're going to reintegrate the queues. I wish that that wasn't the case. I wish that, there were more people. But if we're having this problem on Eastern, I couldn't even imagine. There's probably only one non-legacy server on West. So I'm sure they're having just a nightmare time trying to get groups and stuff. Where is this portal? Have I seen this one before? I feel like I've seen this one before, but I don't remember exactly where it is. Almost feel like it's just on the ground somewhere. They played early today? I guess that's true. We are playing on Eastern, and it is a weekday. So I suppose it makes a little bit of sense that you were having trouble getting a party together, but still. You really hate to see it. You don't want, everybody to have to be pushing all of their content off to the weekend. That feels bad. Okay, game. Where's this fucking portal at, dude? Gotta be over in here somewhere. Surely I missed it, because I just wasn't looking at my map enough. Yep. Oh, that's right, down inside. Yeah, I have gotten this one before. That's right. Hey, 5 unlock stones. Yeah. Yeah, this sucks. 30 minutes for a battleground. Gross. It's especially going to be bad because I think a lot of people are going to leave the new Hyperboost servers, especially a lot of the PvPers and stuff who are a lot of the more hardcore sweaty players who are going to be pushing content are going to be leaving and going back to their original characters on Legacy, I think. I think we just don't have a choice but to be integrated.
Here's what we have.
Let's see. Only have 5 of these right now. Hmm.
Any questions? Just let me know.
Well, I guess the next thing we could do is we could go check out Nebula Island. Have you been out there yet?
Take your time. Take care.
No, I was scared to go alone. All right, well, let's check it out. I don't imagine there's going to be a lot of people out there. And besides, you're more of a badass than everybody else. Do way more damage. You got to remember that most of the PvP you've been doing up to this point has been against people with way better gear than you. Now that it's all non-integrated and Nebula Island is just going to be our server, you're probably going to be one of the higher DPSs in the game. Of course, that only matters if it's actually going to let me out there. Hello? Did it let you go? Maybe that is. Did you teleport at the same time I did? Or did you go and teleport yourself individually? Maybe I'm here waiting because you're still loading. You had to go alone? Okay. Then that is definitely not it. Well, let's put you all on the Be Back Soon screen. Let's close out the game. Let's go back in. And let's see what happens. Maybe. It is always possible that I fucked it up. I'm pretty good at fucking shit up. We're gonna make you popular. La 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 la. It also might be possible that it had to do with us being queued for the battleground. I didn't think about that. All right. Looks like we're back in here. We're gonna have to totally restart our queue. I'm so sad. Hey, we're still in a party. All right. Nope. Let's try Lawless Wilds. This is just party board. There's no like random party. Yeah, let's see if maybe it had to do with being queued up for the... Or maybe it's just broken. That could be a thing too. Or maybe we're not supposed to be in a party. I don't really know why they would have a party board if you're not supposed to be in a party. Honestly, the whole thing confuses me. That's where I'm at. Just confused. And now we're frozen again. Okay. I'm gonna turn this back on, and while it starts loading in again, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Weird. Sorry, I decided to grab myself a little snack while I was. This is strange. So because of the changes to the queue system, I think a PvE guild is actually going to be more important than ever. The reason for that is you're going to want to be developing a 6-person team, or not even developing, but you're going to want to be in a 6-person team sort of all the time, because you're going to want all of those 6 people to want to do all the same things as you, because there just isn't enough for the random queue. And so you're going to be doing a lot of waiting. And so if you're going to be sitting around waiting, you want to be doing some other stuff, right? Like get 6 people together to queue up for the battlegrounds, and then while you're doing that, go burn some tokens, or do something else. And just the more people you have teamed up, if you only have 4 people, that's fine too. Then you queue up for your random dungeon. You go do your dailies, you go do whatever as a group. And wait for the dungeon to pop. Oh, he's not online anymore. But I think I'm going to go ahead and actually like put the guild out there, because I think we're going to need more people. How do I... Let's see. How do I copy the guild name? Oh, right. I have to go search it. That's... Yeah, there we go.
Are you There's a lot of quality stuff. There's a lot of quality stuff. Come again. Next time.
Gonna check and see if I've got this Dynasty helmet. I don't think I do. Nah, it doesn't look like I do. But I wanted to check. One bottle pop. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person. No, there is another person trying to sell this same lithograph for 4K. Yeah, the markets on these servers are rough. Again, I feel bad for the folks on West Coast. Hey, there he is. Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time here until they revert the change, which I'm almost positive they'll do. Because this is kind of unholy. I did. Did it not work? Let's try again. All right, let's queue for the battleground again. Still can't do ranked. I wonder when rank will come out. Looks like the Lawless Wilds are bricked for right now.
Welcome! What are you going to store today? Have a nice day!
Don't throw your trash in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your trash in my backyard, pop. Yeah, so there's definitely gonna need to be something to do for sort of hours at a time. This is really unfortunate the way things are sort of shaking out right now, because you have all of this dead time. Whenever you're trying to get into stuff, and you can't really do two things at once, right? Like, I can't queue for the battlegrounds and queue for a dungeon. So the only real options you have are to go try and do world stuff that doesn't it doesn't matter if you leave, right? So you've got burning these tokens, which you don't really get a ton a day. So there's a limit to how much of that you can do. You've got doing the world events, but honestly, if you're doing a world event, you kind of want to stick around for the whole thing because you want to get the rewards for it. So I'm not even really sure you want to be queued up and potentially leave during that time. So we need to find something that we can grind that's going to be beneficial that we can just go do. And potentially the answer is going to be like fishing or gathering resources for crafting and stuff like that, maybe. Which is a weird thing to do in Throne of Liberty because, I mean, when the game launched, it didn't even really have gathering. At least not like skill levels and stuff. Let's go see there, because you can have like levels of all the different gatherings now. Yeah, I mean, there's good spots for a lot of the resources, especially for the early game, and I think that might be the thing that I go ahead and do. While we're sitting here in these queues and waiting for a lot of this stuff to happen, I think that's probably going to be the play is, like we've got some rock over here. So let's just go out here. And we'll go hit some low level rocks until I think I need to get to level 10 to be able to get the next tier of rocks. 20 minutes left. 20 minutes for what? Oh, shit. Is it like one of those little blue, like where there's a blue icon or whatever on the mini map? Is that what you're fishing at right now? I didn't realize that that was some kind of special event thing. I'll have to look into that some. That's super dope. I like that a lot. I honestly, I like the whole concept of the fishing system in this game because there's a lot of like exploration and stuff involved with it. So you're going to be going out and like trying to find different places to fish across a bunch of different regions of the game and stuff like that, so that you can find all the fish and all the habitats and all that. So that's definitely something I'm interested in. Ooh, got a special resistance medal. I didn't know you could get special resistance medals for mining. Yeah, we a level 4 woodcutter. What's up? Oh, it says apprentice now. So I can probably get the next tier of resources. So I don't need to be gathering these rocks or these woods anymore. Let's gather some rocks. So when I was playing the game before, there was a good reason to go out and look for um, to go out and like farm regular enemies because they dropped blue gear. And that blue gear had some value, right? It was kind of your first step towards gearing up, was gearing up with a full set of blues. Now, that's not really a thing anymore. I don't think sandstone requires level 4. So I need to find some stones that require level 4. Also, let's go make sure that I'm level 4 in the gathering of herbs as well. I need to figure out where I go to see my levels. Acquire 1-star or higher in dimensional circle completion rewards. Claim dynamic event participation reward. Beat a field boss. I fought a bunch of field bosses. Acquire weekly contract rewards. Okay. Above points? Ah. Fan-fucking-tastic, thank you. Cooking, fishing, expedition, logging, mining, fur gathering, foraging. Holy shit, there's so many. Okay, so I need a little more foraging, and then I need to get some fur gathering. Because... why not, right? Oh, something I learned yesterday. I watched a video, and this is something I had no idea about. But check this shit out. If you look at these items now, they have a material type, right? So this is a plate material type. You also have leather and cloth material types for your armor. And then your heroics have a mithril material type. But if you go into... weapon mastery? Nope. Hang on, it was from this screen. What did this person do? Actually, it might have been the weapon mastery. Nope, it was skills. That's right. It went skills. So if you look up here, you'll see that the weapons that you use. So I'm using a sword and shield. And so you can see just down below, gain additional effects based on the number of equipped armor materials. Cloaks are excluded. So I have 5 plate pieces. So I'm gaining 10% max health and 125 to all CC resistances from my sword. And these happen, it doesn't matter which is your primary and which is your secondary. You always get all of these. So then for my orb with my plate, I'm also getting 25 endurance per plate piece, so 125 endurance. And then I'm getting shield health received plus 1.5% for having the orb equipped. And then you can see if I were to have a mithril piece, I would be getting 3% per mithril piece for attack range, and then 6% for shield health. And then if I had a mithril piece for my sword, I would be getting, that's per piece. So you can have up to 3 mithrils, and you can have, if you have your 3 mithrils, you'll only have 4 of your other. But you could mix and match these, right? If I wanted some evasion, I could rock some leathers. If I wanted some mana or some shield received from my sword, then I could go cloth. But it depends on the type of weapon you have. All the weapons are a little different. So finding a good mix of weapons, right? Like I've got max health, CC resist, endurance, and shield receive, which are all great tank stats from this. But getting a good set of weapons together also can have a pretty decent effect on that. I mean, those are pretty huge bonuses. 10% increased maximum health, pretty huge for me. Mushroom. Now I need to get some furs. Probably actually going and killing wolves is the way to do that as well. I should have just stayed over here, I guess. Oh, look, I got 3 ornate coins. Ain't that something? Do either of you give me the ability to harvest you? No? Can I harvest you? No? Hey, there we go. Oh shit. Got some quality leather. Level 2. I love how you almost instantly go to level 3. Like, level 2 takes so much longer. I don't know what's going on with that. Stupid wolves moved around. Ooh, leather boots. That's fucking exciting. I guess the other thing that we could do is work on our lithographs. Like I was mentioning before, there are blue pieces of gear that drop in some random places. So working on our lithograph books is an option since we're so early on. Honestly, I don't see this going longer than a week. I imagine by downtime next Thursday, which I think there's downtime every week. So it would not shock me even a little bit if during the downtime next Thursday they go ahead and revert this change. It honestly wouldn't even shock me if it happens before the regularly scheduled maintenance. If they don't just take the game down for a few minutes, I'll be pretty surprised. I don't know how much it would take for them to revert the change. I don't know what their protocols are and stuff, so it's possible that it would take, a whole 6-hour downtime, like we had today or last night. So it's possible that they'll just wait because of that. I think waiting would be a bad idea, because we're not going to be able to get anything done this week, right? And that means not being able to get your 10 boxes for higher tier gear. Was it 9 hours? Oh, okay. Well, it was only supposed to be 6 hours. I wasn't awake. I was asleep, so. But yeah. So that means it's only been live for about 6 more hours. And I was reading in the chat earlier that nobody has been able to get into a battlegrounds since it started up again. So there hasn't been a single battleground on the new Hyperboost servers since, yeah, the new patch went live, which is crazy. Let's see. Yeah, so here's actually, this is interesting. I mean, I don't need these resources, right? These really low tier ones are kind of meh. But honestly, if you're wanting to do like a completionist thing, this is kind of fun. In our server, they played after downtime. We're connected. There's there's this server, Rowan, and then there's another Hyperboost Fresh Start server. And those two servers should have connected auction houses. They should have connected battlegrounds and connected dungeons. So there should be 2 servers worth of people that we can group with. But that's just the new servers. So there's a couple of issues that we're going to be running into. Number one, these are new servers, so there's lots of new players. So even though we got the hyper boost, there's going to be a lot of people out there who still aren't 6K yet. It took me 14 hours or something like that to run through the entire path of Ascension, maybe more, 14 to 18 hours to run through the entire path of Ascension. You can do it faster than that, but if you're brand new to the game, you're not going to. So, I mean, if you play 1 or 2 hours a day, you're probably not even through this yet. So a lot of our players are still not at 6K. So a lot of the 6K stuff is going to be having some trouble getting triggered. Just look at Damien, for example. He's a fairly average player, right? He plays when he has an opportunity. He doesn't play when he doesn't. He plays multiple games. And he's still rocking like level 9 or something. And so there's going to be people who are going to be doing that. And so the problem is if there's no systems in place, if there's nothing to help us, those of us who are already here, hang on, right? If we can't get into the content, if we can't do anything, we're just sitting here waiting. That's going to end up being a pretty big problem. Because by the time those players catch up, and we would have had a big enough group to actually be getting some stuff accomplished, those people aren't going to be around. So there's a couple of things that we actually need to be looking into. Number one, we have our dimensional trial. We need to find a group for that. I need to learn this boss's mechanics. We have the raid should be up, I believe. Let's go back into the codex, actually, and let's take a look at this one. It was in the codex. I guess it's not. Whatever, let's just go teleport over to the raid and we'll figure it out. But yeah, it's been an hour now that we've been queued up for Battlegrounds and haven't gotten one.
If you want to use the breeze line, please take the lift. If you're in the resistance, it's free.
So this raid is 12 people. So we got to get at least 2 full groups. Raid. Okay, I got to go do a codex here. 2 wings of something or other.
Can you come to Jake Hand? I'm sorry to rush you, but there's something I must discuss with you. Urgently. I'll be waiting. Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. Da Vinci. Let's go do this. So this raid is going to be super hard, but this is where you get all your heroic stuff. Actually, I think the first version of the raid is only a 5K requirement. So we've got raid normal and raid hard now, I think, unlocked at the same time. And then we'll have to unlock the heroic version of the raid or whatever unlocks soon. And I don't know what its requirement will be.
Think these events if let's eat listen do this. Another difficult mission for you. I know you can handle it.
But not being able to get the raid done this week really suck. Yeah, the raid didn't exist when the game first came out. It's new. It came out when the heroics came out. Oh.
No.
But I've never played it either.
Quick, search the area, Valentra. Is it here? Forgive me, Mistress Calanthea. It's not here. But I have an idea. Oh, we have a guest. Velen? How did you get in? No matter. You have no hope of stopping me.
Come, my children, lick their bones clean.
Feel my magic grasping your throat.
Adventurer, are you all right?
Hey, good timing, Da Vinci. Way to go.
Mistress Calanthea, our business is done here.
Calanthea? That's not possible.
I think it is, man.
Yes.
This way.
I have to let her know. Lieutenant, we must send word immediately.
Nope. Okay. Apparently, if I don't answer the questions right, the game ruins my life. I don't know why the game wants to ruin my life. It seems wholly unnecessary. Oh, it's true every time? Okay. How many times am I doing this? Gross.
I'm up here now. Let's see what you can do.
All right, creepy little doll. Got it. I don't want to deal with a creepy little doll. That'll make me have nightmares. I don't want to have nightmares.
Can this really be the soldier Da Vinci mentioned?
Why do you do this to me, game?